From a long way away, I'll take risks.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Who Threw the Curve. And today we got our top Philly fan coming out of Delaware, Randy. And we have myself, who I'm on the other side. I'm a top Met fan, even though the Mets didn't fare well this year. And I'm coming out of New York City. I think the Mets are better than the Phillies, but that's for another topic and another discussion. Today, we're going to discuss something that Randy brought to my attention. I never heard of this before.
You also thought those flying saucers over Camden last week were real too.
And it's called cute aggression. So I don't know. You tell me what cute aggression is. I read it, but I didn't even know that shit even existed.
I didn't know until I met my wife. You see that. Like I used to see this one girl that was a friend of my sister. She'd be changing her little baby, and she would bite his foot, not like hard, be like, "Nyeh." and he would laugh and giggle and cut up, and I'm like, "Damn, she's biting her kid's foot." And then I see my wife grab Marley, one of our dogs, and just loving all over, and I'm like, what? She's like, it's cuteness aggression. You see something, you just want to squeeze it. You just want to squeeze it till it pops, but you don't want to hurt it. And then I catch myself, like, I'll look at Fred or one of my wiener dogs, and they're looking at me, and they tilt their head sideways, and I just grab them, kiss them, and love them. I don't go running around, but I come here so I can tackle them and just love on them and kiss them all over. But, if I'm laying on the couch and one of my dogs jumps up there and starts licking on me and loving on me, rubbing his head, I'll kiss and love all over him and play with him. I mean, it's cuteness aggression. You want to just...
So that means
it sounds weird, but it's true.
If I had an ugly pit bull, then I wouldn't squeeze him.
You never know. He may do something cute. He's a dog. I don't care how ugly he is. Ain't an ugly. There's such thing as an ugly dog.
Before we started this, I was telling you, like, no, I never had this sense, like, not even with my kids, like, I didn't want to squeeze them or anything like that. I was just dying for them to grow up. I was just dying for them to grow up and work and pay bills. Exactly. I didn't want to squeeze them and kiss them.
You're like back in the castle days, back in the medieval days. You had the castle and you had your knights and your kids. You sent them off to be knights and run the fields.
That's it. Go fight.
Yeah, go take care of this and bring daddy back the riches. But I gave you life. You owe me.
It's when I was reading, I was like weirded out. Like, wow, you know what? I was trying to think, have I ever felt that? Like, I wanted to squeeze something just like because it was cute. Not really. Like,
are you being honest with yourself right now? Or are you worried about the man side of you? People being like, man,
no, I'm being honest. I never felt like, maybe when I was a kid, I can't think that far. But as far as I could think, I never think.
I got to get my wife here, Chris. We're talking about cuteness aggression. She's the one that got me aware of this. This cuteness aggression, like our one dog crawls in your lap, and she refuses to get off until you sit there and kiss her. And she'll take her paw and pull your hand toward her, and she won't stop until you sit there and rub her paw. I mean, she's got people person or human aggression, something. But then you get the loving on her. She's so pretty. You just sit there and rub her fur, and I don't know, man. The same thing.
The funny thing is, it's like a real thing, like a real psychological thing.
It is.
It's like
I don't care. I suffer from it. Don't you?
It has something to do with dopamine and like this rush that people get. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I get excited when I see money. I don't want to
think about it sexually. I mean, trying to go crazy, but if you're in the sack with the wife, do you ever
squeeze her? Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking about. I wasn't thinking about squeezing. I was thinking about doing other things, but
that's cuteness aggression. Exactly. That's part of cuteness aggression. You ever bit her toe? Maybe nipped on her ear. That's cuteness aggression.
Yeah, maybe that happened in the beginning of our relationship.
You want to show you were the king of satisfying her every need. Anyway, meanwhile, back on the ranch.
It's a real thing. Like, I was reading, like,
it is.
A lot of some people not suffer, but a lot of people display this more than others. Like, there's some people that they can't help themselves. And the crazy shit is, I know people like that. And I just thought they were weird, and that like they probably didn't get no love when they were a kid, and now they just want to give everybody else love. But they really have a real thing on it.
It's a cuteness aggression. It's a real thing. And it was studied. If you read the article, it was at Yale and somewhere else. They did a big study on this, and they found out that it's a real thing, man. My baby's so cute. Let me bite his toe until he gets a purple mark. I mean, Jesus, I would never ever do that. But you know what I mean? It's my dogs. I love all my dogs.
So it's crazy because I wrote a little thing. Now looking for what I wrote, it just came to my head at that point in time. Where the hell are we? So I mean, basically, I stated, I don't know where I wrote it at, but I stated, it'll be on the description. I stated that these people study all this crazy shit. Like, I would never ever say, hey, let's study why this person just wants to squeeze the shit out of everything, and let's throw tons of money at this, and let's study this and find out why this person wants to squeeze the shit out of everything. But yet, let's not throw money into schizophrenia, which they will never, because that's everybody's rug to throw shit out.
They don't want to turn over that stone and let what's really under that stone.
Or let's throw money into why people are doing so much weird drugs these days. Let's throw money there. But no, we want to throw tons of money on a study on why people are squeezing animals and kids and suffocating them. I just found it weird. I mean, it was funny when I read it. When you first sent me the article, I was like, oh, we're gonna talk about cats or something. And I'm reading, I'm like, what the fuck is this cuteness aggression? Like, what is that?
It's a real thing, man. It's crazy. It goes like when we talked about the Rico case, how they could under fraud so many different ways. There's thousands of different forms of cuteness aggression. That's for a long line. There's one of them that Rui Rob has done.
Oh no, I found it. This is what I wrote. This will be on the description. I wrote, so it was a paragraph, and I named it "The Real Slim Shady Neuroscience." Neuroscience has spent valuable research funds that could have possibly cured male pattern baldness or explained the rationale behind reality TV to explore why we experience cute aggression. like I was like, nah, really? We're spending money on this? Like, leave it what it is.
Oh my God, I never even thought of it. The last few minutes I've heard you talk, and I'm like, why is he going there with it? Like, is this really? I mean, is this one of those things that you really don't believe is a thing? Is this something like you're like, hell no? Or do you believe the science so far from what you've read?
Yeah, no, it was funny.
Do you believe it's a thing, or do you believe it's seriously just something somebody with too much time on?
Well, no, I mean, at first, if you spoke about it and I didn't read further on it, I would have been like, nah, that's some bullshit. But I know people like that. They can't control themselves. They just like squeeze the shit out of you, you. Give them a teddy bear, they like squeeze it to death. Like, come on, it's a fucking fake ass teddy bear. What are you doing?
Yeah, what was that movie of Mice and Men? Remember that?
Yeah.
Like he attended the rabbits, George, and he squeezes the rabbit to death. Yeah. You got damn right, I do, George.
No, after reading and doing further research, no, it's a real thing because I know people like that. I know people that are extreme about that, and then I know people that just do it. And then you got me. Knew about it
until my wife told me.
And then you have me, who's like, yeah, that's a nice.
Don't touch me. Go ahead and try to squeeze my cheeks and watch what happens.
Well, it's weird because even when so when people show me their children, like babies born, like, I don't know. I had 5 kids. I never thought that when they were born, like, kids aren't really that pretty when they just came out.
I think kids are ugly as hell when they come out. They look like
I never say like, wow, he's so
Ain't he
cute. Like
beautiful?
they don't excite me.
Goddamn
I'm like,
alien. What do you mean is he beautiful?
I look at them and I'm like, wow, yeah, oh wow, wow.
Yeah. Or they
He
come
got a
out
big-
real fat. They're like
He
15
big
pounds.
head.
Like,
Wow, that's a big. Oh, I'll say like that's a big kid. Or the worst thing is when people are like, oh my god, he's so cute. He looks like his father. No, he doesn't. He looks like a baby.
yeah.
Like, how could you say he looks like his father or his mother?
He's got
It
the
looks
same
like
nose.
nothing. It looks like a baby. Yeah,
Or the best is eyelash. They got the same eyebrows.
that is.
That's it.
And the kid has no eyebrow. What he's talking
None.
about?
He's got his dad's eyebrows. Just look and start crying.
So
Grandma's false teeth move around.
it kills me like when people overreact, but it's a real thing.
Overreacting aggression. That's a new one. Let's put a freaking let's put a seal of it. That's ours and submit that to the government. Overreacting aggression.
So whoever's watching this that knows me and you have a kid, you already know I'm not gonna say your kid is cute.
Yes, please. No, I'm not. It's nothing personal, but your kids.
We'll wait a couple of months when it starts to look like something besides a baby.
Wait till it's actually erect and run around and got a personality, then we'll determine who it looks like. That's when you should name them. You should name them.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, it's a real thing, and I know a lot of people that react to that. You know who's like that? Cat. She's like that. Like I'm like, what are you doing? Like, stop that. I'm always saying that. But with that said, if you have nothing else to say on the cuteness aggression,
No, I got a problem. I need some medicine for that now.
For all you people who didn't know what those strange people were doing, it's an actual thing that goes on in your brain. And yeah, I don't know they need help or whatever, but I guess they don't need help. They're not doing anything wrong. They just, I guess, overreacting. I guess the dopamine flow is just flowing. Or maybe they just gotta
Maybe you're just a dope.
or maybe they just gotta start smoking some good shit.
Eat some mushrooms, do something.
There you go. With that said, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like us. Don't forget to share us. And definitely chime in. And that's it. We'll see you on our next program. And thank you for watching.
Every holiday.
I can't go back, I can't switch. I can't go back, I can't switch. Coming up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up, hey. I ain't